Hey guys, how y'all doing? Pretty good? Y'all ready for something special?
Yeah. Bring it on.
Well, hey, I'm Pirate Larry.
Go ahead.
And I'd like to welcome you to the Rat Fink Reunion, the 20th. Hope y'all are having fun. Got a real special treat for y'all. Got the world famous multi-platinum Musician Hall of Fame in Tennessee and Nashville, original member of the Surfaris, Bob Berryhill. They'll be playing some of your favorites. They were the innovators, one of the biggest innovators of surf music and the stuff we listen to on our hot rods and stuff. And I'm going to quit talking and let them take it away and do some rock and roll, guys. So y'all enjoy the Surfaris.
Wipeout was recorded in December of 1962, so we kind of have that as a kindred spirit. And I remember he discovered fiberglass. I discovered fiberglass a slightly different way, in the form of a surfboard. Okay, they were all made out of wood back in the early days, as you know, and surfed on those without a skag or a fin, and it was quite difficult. So today, with some of those innovations, fiberglass became a big part of Ed's life and a big part of mine, because my wife and I, this is my wife Jean Berryhill, of 55 years. She and I, our first date was at Doheny Beach in Dana Point, and we both had surfboards and we both went surfing. So that was an awesome time. And we've been surfing ever since. There we go.
What happened to him? Is he okay? Come on. Bring him back. Let's bring him back. Come on.
Oh, come on. How many hot rodders are we? You're all hot rodders. All right, well, you're going to have to sing the chorus. Y'all know the chorus. It goes to St. Louis, down to Missouri, Oklahoma City looks oh so pretty.
That's right.
Now that you know it very well, we'll do it together. Ready? Here we go. All right, help me out. Here we go. Well, it goes to St. Louis, down to Missouri, Oklahoma City, so pretty old Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, Kingman, Moscow, San Bernardino, get hit to this kind of tip. When you take that California trip, get your kids on Route 66. All right, Dad, take it away.
Well, after we wrote Surfer Joe, we went to the studio in a beautiful area called Cucamonga, California, which is out in the desert. Now it's called Rancho Cucamonga, and there's a plaque that says Wipeout was recorded here. Anyway, we went there, we recorded Surfer Joe, and because we paid for a 45, 7-inch vinyl, right? It had two sides. They said, boys, you need a second song for your 45. And we said, well, we hadn't written a second song because we only went to the studio with one song. And so we thought that, hey, why not write a song right now? And so Ron Wilson, our drummer, starts playing the Wipeout beat, and I go, we better put some chords, we better put a melody, or it'll be a drum solo like Sandy Nelson or something. So we started putting a key of B, which is what I haven't played all night, in the key of B, and I thought, let's play a key that nobody else plays in. So we did that because I love grand bars. I had a clan like that. I don't know if you use a capo, if you notice. Not using a capo. No cheating around here. Anyway, so we take the idea and go, okay, let's use some chord breaks, and then the bass player goes, and the lead guitar goes. What do you think of that, guys? I said, well, let's add a few more notes. So we added a few more notes and recorded it once. And then they said, boys, do it one more time just to see what it's like. Recorded it a second time. And he says, you know what? One more for the Gipper. So we did it a third time. And we recorded Wipeout. Well, when a song gets done, the next talkback button is, what are you going to call it? And today on your soundtrack, your sound guy played a song called Bustin' Surfboards, right? Well, what happened was Jim Fuller had a switchblade in his pocket that he'd gotten from Tijuana the weekend before. So he walks up to the mic and goes, click, switchblade. Now that sounded cool, but any sound man would tell you that the click is anemic. And so my dad, being a resourceful guy, went out into the patio, into the alley behind the old studio, brought in a cement soap piece of plywood. And the bass player grabbed it and broke it next to the microphone. And darn if it didn't sound like a busting surfboard. And I go, hold one hand here. There's already a song called Busting Surfboards. Can't use that. Well, how do you bust a surfboard? You wipe out. Now, that was a cool thought, right? Well, what do you do next? You got a title, but how do you start this thing off? Well, there was a guy named Dale Smallin, who was our manager, was sitting in the control room. He gets the bright idea to get up, walks out of the room, and comes up to the microphone and goes, ha, 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 wipe out. Out of the blue, just like that. A little higher pitch than me. Anyway, and we go, wow, that's cool. So here we have the crack, the wipeout laugh, and the song. 3 weeks later, we have a 45 on DFS Records. Now, I'm not even 16 yet, and I'm only 15 and a half because all I have is a learner's permit, so I couldn't even drive, so my dad had to go with us, so I had to have somebody to be with us anyway. So, he takes it to Hollywood, and Richard Delvey, who was the drummer for the Challengers, which was a local band that was on the teen dance shows and so forth. And he plays it for John Maniscalco, and he says, yeah, that's a cool song. John Maniscalco had ridden Golly Miss Molly and knew how to do new rock and roll really well. So he mails the record from Los Angeles all the way to Fresno to Johnny Hyde, who was a DJ, and at midnight, there used to be a thing called Make It or Break It. And so he played the song at midnight, and by Friday, it was the most requested song of the week. Well, guess what? Down in Hollywood is the president of Dot Records. His spokesperson calls Johnny and says, Johnny, got any new songs? He says, yeah, we got Wipeout. Cool. He mails it back to Hollywood. So it's gone from Cucamonga to LA to Hollywood, back to Fresno, up to Fresno, and back to Hollywood. Puts it on his desk and he goes, that's a hit record. So March 23rd, 1963, here comes the two publishers to my house. And we're sitting in my mother's living room on her chartreuse furniture, which was 1950 style, right? And my mother had platinum blonde hair, so she was quite the babe. Anyway, we're sitting there, and they go, boys, sign right here. Well, naturally, you sign right there, because you don't know Pumpkin, you don't know anything. So we signed there, and at that point, by June, July, it was #1 in the United States, and then by September, it was #1 in Australia, went on to Germany, Japan, and came all around the world. And it isn't done yet, because just last week, it's on the #1 rated Netflix show, what's it called? Stranger Things, yeah. It's on the soundtrack for that. So it's there right now, so you can go out and buy it right now. Anyway, it's on that soundtrack. So Wipeout is one of those perennial, iconic favorites that when you're 16 years old, that's why I tell young kids, be careful what you do when you're young, it might stick with you. So it's been with me. Wipeout will be 60 years old this year, just like Ed Ross stuff. So we're gonna put together a tour, do a 60th anniversary of Wipeout. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play it for you, the way it sounded in 1963.
We got a little extra something special here.
Oh yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. We want to invite Eileen Roth, everybody. Come on up. Come on down. We want to dedicate this version tonight in front of you to the Roth family. I want to say thank you to Cody and everybody involved who put this on. Thank you so much. Let's give a hand to them. Eileen, thank you so much for bringing us out. No, come on down, come on down. You're gonna jam with the band. Who wants to see Eileen jam? Come here. You like to hug, so come on.
Yeah.
She's a hugger, right?
I know she knows how to do the surfer stop, or at least the bob.
Okay, do you remember the surfer stop? Okay, go. It's real easy. Watch this.
Oh, my body doesn't work.
She can move her toes, I think.
Okay, well, stay right there, but plug your ears, because my amp's right behind you, and I don't want to kill you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, we wanted to say a special thanks to Eileen for bringing all these people out here and putting all this together. I mean, Ed and Eileen are just great people, and we're so happy to be here with them in memory of Ed and all the accomplishments. I mean, when we went inside the museum, I mean, my gosh.
It's her birthday.
It's a crazy, what's her birthday? So we're a special version of Wipeout Happy Birthday Style.
Come on, everybody, clap with us. Guitar, my mother Jean. Mary, hello everybody. My name is Devin.